Whoa. Okay. Take two. We're going to try this again. Welcome, everybody. This is discombobulated Dawn from Dawn's Creative Chalet. We're having some technical craziness here in the chalet today. So with that being said, I don't like to go horizontal on these things because it limits what you guys can see. But again, at least this is working. And as you guys find me, again, I apologize. We're starting fresh. I don't know what's going on. Like, I tried again to do this live horizontally and anyway, it's not. It won't let me do landscape. I don't know what the deal is. Facebook, you're goofy. All right, thanks for joining us. And if you don't know already, this is Dawn over at Dawn's Creative Chalet. And I want to thank you guys for being here this afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for putting up with my technical crazies. And hey, we're going to do some pretty cards today, as you've seen. I decided to give you guys a preview ahead of time. And here I was thinking I was doing something really wonderful, and then it didn't work anyway. But yeah, whatever. So if you have found me accidentally, I'm glad it was a happy accident. I'm glad that you're here, and welcome to the crazy. Welcome to the crazy. Yes, we are trying this again, Kathy. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. And it's good to see Kristen. And it's Kristen's birthday, everybody. So everybody say happy birthday to Kristen if you're here live on Facebook Live with me. If you are watching the replay, also wish her a happy birthday. I'm sure she would love to see that. And I appreciate you watching the replay as well. My name is Dawn Bourgette, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who's not very techy. Happy birthday, Kristen. Also, make sure to join my community, my group on Facebook, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet Community. We'd love to have you over there as well. And if you're just now seeing me, make sure to join my YouTube channel and subscribe to that. Hit the little bell, and if it turns black, that means you'll get all the notifications of anything that I do on YouTube. And my blog, don't forget to check it out. You'll see pictures of today's projects and all of the supplies used over at my blog. And it's easier to shop there too, because I have the pictures of all the supplies. You can just click on them and shop right from there. Hey, Evelyn, hello. Happy Sunday, crafternoon. Kristen, you're under your Create with Love again. Anyway, again, make sure to check out my blog and my online store. So I do have the link here. Yes, you can see it. Okay, good. We're rocking and rolling so far. So anyway, yes. So I do have an online store. And if you guys see anything that you can't live without, either notify me. I can help you out personally with that, or just go travel over to my online store. We have some fun stuff to talk about, you guys, along with things that are happening at the chalet. We're into October. Isn't that crazy? The 1st of October. It's nuts. So with that, I'm going to have a birthday special. My birthday is on the 5th. So we're going to celebrate it all week with a special. But in order to receive that special, you need to be a part of my newsletter. So just above here, hopefully you can see a link to my newsletter to join it if you have not already. Later on this afternoon, I'm going to be sending out an email, and it's going to be a special that lasts all week long until Friday the 6th. So if you want to be a part of that special, it's my birthday, but I want to give you a gift. So make sure to watch for that email as far as the special for my birthday. So stay tuned for that shortly this afternoon. Also, on Friday, we have Sip and Stamp over at Starbucks, and we're still going to celebrate my birthday because it's October. It's a month-long birthday. Like, I love birthdays. So come on over on Friday, October the 6th. Come stamp with us. Make a free make and take between 12 noon and 2 p.m. at the Ludington Starbucks. There's no reservation necessary. Just pop on in, come on over to the table. You won't be able to miss us. And come on over and make a free card. Also, on Saturday of this week, we have World Card Making Day. It's a free virtual event sponsored by Stampin' Up. And I have sent emails to those who are in my newsletter subscription, or whatever you want to call that, joining my newsletter. And there's a link that's been going out to you. It is free, but they do ask you to register. And the reason for that is because they need to send you a link. Excuse me, frogs in my throat, just to add to all the commotion. So they're going to send you a link so that you know where to join them virtually on the online platform. So go ahead and register for that. Like I said, it's free, and it's going to be 2 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. In the Eastern Time Zone, that would be 4 to 7 o'clock. And like I said, it's all online. And then what they're going to do, let me show you here. I got all kinds of these little papers. So the link where it shows you, to join World Card Making Day, they're going to give you measurements. I know this is really hard to see with it this way. I just don't like that. Anyway, they're going to give you measurements for all 3 projects so you can cut in advance. They're also letting us know of the 3 bundles that they're going to use. 2 of them, Circle Sayings and Earth and Textures, are found in the annual catalog. This is a newbie, and we can get it right now, and that's Heartfelt Hexagon. And it's $37.75. When you go to my online store, just do a search for Heartfelt Hexagon. For some reason, at least the last I knew, was that, hey Sue, welcome aboard. Happy Sunday crafternoon. The last I knew, for some reason, this wasn't with the online exclusives, which made a lot more sense to me, but it's not there. So if you just do a search right on the very top and put in Heartfelt Hexagon, you'll see that bundle pop up for you. And it's a good one. I love the punch. It's such a nice size for sentiments. And then all these sentiments are made to fit inside that punch shape. So it's pretty awesome. So you want to grab that up. Also, I want to talk to you guys about this. So I don't know if maybe you've heard a little bit of stirring around about this. I think I started putting this in my newsletter this last week because we just were notified that we're going to have a special starting on October the 3rd through October 31st as far as joining our wonderful tribe of Stampin' Up. So they're running quite a cool special, you guys. So I just wanted to explain it, and I made notes because me and numbers never get along. Hey Patty, hello, happy Sunday crafternoon. Thanks for joining us today. We're looking a little different today, but that's okay. Minor technical difficulties. Anyway, so if you join the Creative Chalet team, the Chalet Stampers, and Stampin' Up between October 3rd and 31st, you have 2 choices that you can make. You can either choose choice number 1. So they're using 35 is the catch because, by the way, it's 35 years of happiness with Stampin' Up. They've been around for 35 years, you guys. This is pretty amazing. So anyway, with that being said, to celebrate, they are offering 2 choices. Either you can join us at the Chalet for 35% off, which is normally it's $99 and you get $125 a product. Well, right now, if you do receive the kit at 35% off, you'll get $125 a product for $64.35. That's pretty awesome. But it gets even better. So you also have choice number 2. You could choose 35% more product, whoop whoop, which is also awesome. Like That would be me. I'm always for more, more, excessively more. And with that, you'll get $168.75 of product for $99. But that's not all. So you get one of those two choices. Then you also get free shipping, which I believe is like right around $12 or $13-ish if you're in Michigan. You get the free business supplies, which they just automatically send anyway. Whether you do use them or not, that's up to you. There is no pressure to do anything as a business. Just be a savvy shopper and get a discount on every single order from the time that you join right on through. You determine how long you'd like to stay. We don't pressure. But I tell you what, it's pretty amazing to get the discount when you know you love the products anyway, right? Also, they're going to give you a free paper pumpkin, which I believe is like a $23.50 in product in itself there. And then into November, Stampin' Up! Is holding a virtual event for all demonstrators. It's called On Stage, and it's pretty darn cool. Hi, Andrew, how are you? So with that, that's a $77 registration fee that is waived, and you're automatically joining that. When you join during the special in October, they're automatically registering you for that event for free. And for the rest of us, we've had to pay $77. So if you do the math, which I did, and I lost my little cheat sheet on that, basically it's a really good deal, right? So anyway, if you guys have any questions on that, let me know. I'll be talking about that a little bit more, and you'll see it popping up into my newsletters and that type of thing too. But I just wanted to run it by you because it is an amazing deal in October. And I always say, if you're buying product anyway, why wouldn't you want a discount on it? And there's no obligation to have to run a business of any sort. But if you love to get discounts, I know I do. Like, I'm all about the discount. That's why I joined. Then it's a really good time to grab this up starting on October 3rd through the 31st. All right. And if you guys have questions on it, just let me know. I'm here to help you out. Also, right now, just to remind you that the October, I had to think about that, the October Paper Pumpkin is called Home for the Holidays. So for this month and November, typically, Paper Pumpkin is holiday themed. And they're going to give us a little extra goodie in the October kit with some wonderful glitter glue. This is the kind of glitter I love. I don't like loose glitter. For those of you who know me, have heard the story. It's all good. We won't get into that today, but loose glitter is awful. It's like sand. It gets everywhere. Everywhere. Don't like. But if it's in a mixture of glue, we are good to go. So anyway, so that is a freebie in the October kit. So if you haven't been receiving Paper Pumpkin, it may be a good time to try it once again. They've improved their kits so much since they started Paper Pumpkin in the beginning. And then the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about are some special releases. There are some, there's 5 packs of designer series paper that they have added to the online store. So if you go to my online store, do a search for online exclusives, and we have 5 special release designer series papers. There's the tartan foil, the delightful floral, the silver and gold 12x12 with adhesive on the back. I've used this. This is awesome. Like, especially with detailed dies, and it looks so pretty because it's very sparkly. And then we also have the Traditions of St. Nick. Yeah, the Traditions of St. Nick, and also Shining Christmas, and it has hints of gold foil in it, and it's really pretty. And I showed you guys a couple of samples and things a few weeks back. So if you missed it, scroll back on this page that you're seeing me on, and you'll be able to check those out. But if you have any questions, go ahead and use that QR code. You can go ahead and point your phone to it right now, and it should take you directly to my online exclusives. So check them out. There's some really good stuff along with the paper. We have the Trucking Along bundle back. Woohoo! We've been waiting a while for that. And then also just to mention, into October, we are going to have even more items added to the online exclusives. So it's a good thing to keep continuously checking the online store. Just get in the habit of that as you're surfing to everything else. Check the online store because there are some really good things that are happening over there that you'll never see in a Stampin' Up! Publication. Now, I've been asked, well, is Stampin' Up! Going to get away from the catalogs? Oh, heck no. We're a paper company, right? We all love paper. We love to look through paper. That includes our catalogs. So, no, we're not getting rid of the catalogs. But what's really cool about online exclusives is that basically Stampin' Up! Is able to then be flexible and add products as they want, which is pretty cool. They're not just tied to catalogs. The other reasoning for it, just to be quite honest, is that our catalogs can only be up to a certain weight before they cost a fortune to send in the mail. So with that being said too, this again helps them to add products without adding bulk to a catalog, which in turn makes these very, very expensive to send out. We all know postage is crazy anyway, but just like shopping at Amazon, we all love to go there, right? Shopping online is such a convenience. So Stampin' Up! Is trying to get right into that as well. Being a convenience and shopping at your leisure, whether you're in your PJs or if you're just getting up with a cup of coffee. All right. Anyway, so if you have any questions on that, just reach out to me. I'm here for you. Now, today, stamping, what you've been waiting for. So the set we're going to use today is called Christmas Classics. I have been dying to use this. It's actually a double suite, and we're not going to use the other, but I wanted to show you guys something. So our catalogs, of course, are a great place to shop, but they're also a great resource when it comes to inspiration. So even as far as the front cover, this is that double suite that I'm talking about. So they've given you a couple samples right here that you could completely case, as we call it in the Stampin' Up! World, which means copy and share everything. But with that being said, whoops, I'm going to go here too. Inside the front cover, there are even more bits of inspiration with that double suite, which I love. And I know you guys can't see it all because my darn camera would not turn the other direction. So anyway, I'm going to have to get used to that the whole time we're here. But anyway, with that being said, and I will kind of pan all the way across, this is on pages 28 and 29 of the Christmas or mini catalog or September to December catalog, whatever you call it. It's on pages 28 and 29. And I'm just going to scroll across and look at all these really pretty bits of inspiration. Now, this double suite has two different bundles that include dies. So if you can see those. And then also this very pretty vanilla and black ribbon, which is a little different from the black and white ribbon in our annual catalog. It's a little wider, a little beefier. Then there's also these beautiful embellishments right here. Then we have the specialty paper, which is very beautifully shiny in the golds or hints of gold in the paper. It's gorgeous. Whoops, you can't see all of it. There we are. And then, of course, the designer series paper, which is right here. And it is just, it's really pretty. I love it. It's almost like a watercolor wash in the paper. Maybe you'll be able to see it more if I do this. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, I guess that is a little bit better, isn't it? I don't know what to do. Like I said, I'm all thrown off with this whole camera deal. But anyway, that is partially what we're going to use. So we're going to use this bundle right here. And also the ribbon, the DSP, and a couple of other things, which I'll show you right now. So that way you know what we're using for our beautiful projects. The other thing I've also used on one of the cards are these. These are the Radiating Stitches dies. This is something that is available at our online store. And they are available. I decided to use the Christmas Tidings embossing folder. Like, this is cool. I love it because no matter which way you use this on your card, you have all these little verbiages going every which way. So no matter what, it looks pretty groovy on your card front. And then of course we have the Christmas Classics bundle. So here is a close-up of the stamp set. Whoops, and let me see if I can, oh, now I'm really cutting it off. Yeah, this is going to be tricky today. So there is the stamp set. And then we also have the dies. And there's what I call 2 pages of dies. We'll get these out here and show you. So there is that part of it. This is really cool. I love that. And then there's this die, which will cut in the layer piece for your sentiments. So it fits in there perfectly and pretty. We have some foliage, which I think is really cool. And also some more foliage. And then this big guy right here, which you've already seen on one of the cards. We're going to use that today. And I've already die cut everything just so that we're not here forever, since I've already taken up a lot of your time with my technical issues. So anyway, let's get this ball rolling and do some stamping, because that's what you guys are here for, is some ideas, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this card first. This is using those Radiating Stitches dies. Whoop, there we go. We're going to come over this way. Oh, Lordy B. Okay, so this is the card we're going to make, and I need to make sure you guys can see where I'm working. Get all my bits and pieces out here. So just to show you, the card base is shaded spruce, and then I've cut the first layer with the Radiating Stitches dies, which is this big guy right here, the big outside piece. I love the little stitching that it does into the card, as it also cuts out the shape at the same time. So we're going to be layering that onto our shaded spruce card base, which is cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then I have an inside piece of basic white, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. All right, and then we have a piece of designer series paper. Isn't this pretty? I love it, love it, love it. And this was cut with the second size die of the Radiating Stitches dies. So this one right here is the one that I cut the designer paper with. And then I've also used this cute little, I call him the donut. I don't know why. He just reminds me of a happy little donut. But anyway, I used that on my old olive circle. And also I did already stamp the foliage because there is a die for it. Show you the stamp set again. So it's this one right here, and I've cut it out and we're ready to go. I stamped that in shaded spruce. Okay, now I think we're all caught up to speed here. Move some things aside, and we're gonna go ahead and assemble these. Oh, I know what else I do need. I need holidays. Let's see here. So we will use, by the way, this is a photopolymer set of stamps, as you can see. I love that they print on the inside so you can put all your stamps in place and know if you're accidentally losing one. These can be lost easily. Ask me how I know. Because if you don't put them away immediately, they get stuck, because they like to stick to things like cardstock, the wrapping around the cardstock. They love to stick to anything like that. Or the back of the stamp set itself. I've had that happen a few times. I'm sure you guys can tell me some crazy stories where you have lost your stamps. Let me go ahead and grab the shaded spruce ink pad. I'm going to move the sample aside. I know you guys can't see it. I apologize for that. We'll bring them back in a minute. But I've cut this piece of scrap paper at 1/2 inch, and I think it's like a couple inches long. We're not going to need it that long. I want to go ahead and just stamp holidays on it. And that light tap with the ink, because otherwise you'll have a hot mess with ink all over your block and your stamp. I'm going to go ahead and close this up because I have sleeves that will drag right into it if I don't. Clean this up, and I'm going to put this little guy back in its home right away. Otherwise, that little guy is going to get lost like no tomorrow. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead, and I think we're all set to assemble for the most part. So I'm going to go ahead and take a seal. I think about what this is called. We had what was called snail, and I get snail, seal all mixed up. All these animals with the S's. Make it easy to do. We're going to go ahead and just stick that on just like so. It has a little bit of texture in there. I know you can't really see it, but it looks really cool. I love it. And then what we're going to do is just take paper snips, and I'm going to trim this off because we don't need holidays that long. I actually made, truth be told, the piece longer, so in case I had a mishap, I still had some paper to re-stamp it just in case. Oh, I need happy as well. Let me get that out. And we'll stamp happy. Whoops. It wouldn't close for me. Oh my gosh, today's just a crazy day, I tell you. Oh, I don't want merry, I want happy. Well, we could do merry holidays. That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Not today. Please, not today. Okay, let's get the right stamp here. Wishes. Where is happy? I've lost my happy. Say it isn't so. There it is. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh dear. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stamp happy right directly on our little circle. And then what we're going to do is glue that, aligning it with happy. So let's say happy holidays. But before we do that, again, I'm going to get this out of the way and put happy back in its happy little home so I do not lose it. Because as little as he is, definitely would be lost. Okay, go ahead and put a little bit of seal on that. Stamp it to the circle. We're gonna put this on to attach it to the card with a couple of dimensionals. Just like so. Oh shoot, I don't wanna, oop. Wait a minute. Wait, hold the phone. I'm glad I didn't, okay. We're gonna put him here for a minute. I am so thrown off. That's what happens too. I'm one of those people, man, that if it's one little thing is just not right, it throws me off completely. What we're going to do is we're going to make this one a little bit differently than the sample. Oops, get out of here. Oh my gosh. If anything, you guys are going to have a good laugh along with me. Yeah. And we're going to wrap it around like that. And then I'm going to tie a bow, and then we're just going to stick it on, because if I wrap it around and tie a bow, mine never turn out. It ends up where it's too loose, and then it looks really goofy. Okay, anyway, we're going to put a little bit of seal on here, making sure you guys can still see everything okay. That's good. And we're going to stick that, I don't know, right about here. Let's put that there. And then I'm going to attach this whole thing to the card base. And peel these little guys off. For those who may be new, dimensionals are awesome. They add dimension to any of your projects. And I'm addicted to them. We're going to go ahead and stick this right to the card base. Before I forget, we need to go ahead and glue. Oops, I had 2 of them. Well, I'll be darned. I guess 2 is better than 1. We're going to go ahead and put the layer on the inside of the card. As you can see, I didn't cover the whole back of it with seal. You don't need a lot of seal. A little of this stuff goes a long way, you guys. You don't need to cover the entire backing of any of your projects. I guess you would if you were building a house, but we're just building a card today. So then we're going to go ahead and make a bow. I say that lovingly and in a fun way. I mean, I guess you could cover the whole card base if you'd like, but it's definitely not necessary. Okay. I love this ribbon. Love it. And I love my little bow maker. So we're going to go ahead and get a glue dot. See, it looks like I did a perfect bow, but that was like the way I cheat to make it look pretty and make sure that it does come out. Now I always take the project, or the item, item to the mini glue dots and press it to the glue dot. So try and take the glue dots off the roll. You don't want to do that. It'll be a hot mess. You'll have little glue dots all over, and it's just not good. And it's much easier than wrestling with glue dots all over your fingers. Now, I decided to use these today. They're the Blooming Pearls. They actually match something in our mini catalog called Modern Garden. I think that's what it's called. Hello, Deb. Thank you for joining us. Happy Sunday afternoon to you. And I'm going to go ahead and, because I love a little bit of bling bling, shiny things rock my world. So we're going to go ahead and attach just a couple. And there we are. A little bit different, wrapping the bow around the front. I actually kind of like that. That's a happy mistake, as we call them, right? So I don't know, which one do you guys like better? The one where it conceals the ribbon or the one where it actually features the ribbon? Let me know. Even though we didn't mean to do it, it doesn't look that bad. So let me know while we're crafting along here. Let's see, let's grab another one. And while I'm grabbing all the goodies for the next project and looking for the sample, which has traveled from my table somewhere else on my table. That's funny. But while I'm looking for that, I also want to see what you guys are typing, because I'm having a hard time seeing all the comments. Hey, Judy. Hello. Happy Sunday afternoon. I didn't see you peek on. Awesome. Good deal. Thanks, you guys. I so appreciate you being here. Yay. And Judy, you should receive Happy Mail in your mailbox on the 4th. So be on the lookout for that. I checked on that again, and it said the 4th. Okay, so what we're going to do is, oh, here it is. I'm like, we're going to panic because Dawn can't find the original. Oh my goodness sakes. So we're using Very Vanilla. This is a color I don't use as often. I don't know why. I usually have a tendency to gravitate towards basic white, but it certainly jives, obviously, with the vanilla and black ribbon, which I love. And then we're using more of that same designer paper and that beautiful big die. So I did die cut all this stuff already. So check this out. Isn't that pretty? I love it. It does all the work for you. Very cool. And then there's also a die which will cut out this piece. So it makes it goof proof and it fits right inside this other die, just like that. So the long sentiment of Season's Greetings fits in there perfectly. I love it. Absolutely love it. So anyway, let's go through what we're using. First of all, this is the thick, very vanilla cardstock. Cut it 5.5 by 8.5. We don't need a liner inside our card because it's that nice bright vanilla color. I've also, as I was showing you earlier, ran this piece of very vanilla, cut it 4 by 5.25 with the embossing folder, and I forgot what it was called already. I think it was Christmas something something. Let me see, because I'm not going to sleep at night if I don't. Christmas Tidings. Christmas Tidings. So anyway, this is what it looks like when you emboss it. I think it's very cool. How fun is that? And we're going to go ahead and attach this 4 by 5.25 piece to the card base in a couple of minutes, but we're going to go ahead, we're going to work, on the card base itself. So I've cut a piece of designer series paper. I believe this is 1.25. Let me double check it. Yes, it is 1.25 by 4. And we're going to attach that with some seal. And I'm going to make it so that it has just about 1/4 of an inch gap there. I like that look instead of putting it right to the edge. That's just me though. Some people don't like that look. That's fine. And then I just cut off some more of that beautiful vanilla and black ribbon. And we're going to wrap this right around to the back and stick it down with a little bit more seal. And then I've made a bow that will look really pretty and attach right to the ribbon. So it'll kind of sort of look like I tied it around and made a bow. And then we're going to go ahead and do our stamping. So we're going to take this very vanilla piece and my, I think it's H block. Where did it go? Right here. And we need the Season's Greetings sentiment. I'm going to go ahead and attach that bugger just like that. And let's see, we'll use the Shaded Spruce ink pad. And we're going to go ahead and stamp that greeting right on this piece of very vanilla. Just like so. Perfection. I love when things work out. And go ahead and clean with my chamois. If you guys don't have one of these chamois, it's awesome. I just use tap water on it to clean my stamps. So there's no chemicals involved and they clean perfectly. Of course, our photopolymer stamps do have a tendency to sometimes stain with our reds and purples, but it doesn't affect the way the stamp stamps. How cool is that? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stick this down because he fits perfectly inside there. Isn't that awesome? And then what I'm going to do is put some dimensionals on the back of this. Stagger them. Whoops. This one wants to stick to my finger. Peel off the backs. I'm going to go ahead and stick it on the card like so. And then taking the bow that I've already made, just to save a little bit of time, And again, taking the bow, press it to the glue dot. I'm going to use 2 just to be on the safe side. We're going to stick it right there. And then we need to stick this whole piece to our card base. So once again, grabbing our dimensionals and just having fun with those all the way across the back of the card. Whoops, oh my gosh, I'm throwing things all over the place. I am just one big piece of hot mess, just ready to rock today. Stay out of my way. Oh my lordy, I can't help but laugh at myself. If I don't laugh at myself, who will? Well, wait, you guys will, won't you? You'll join me. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to come back to these beautiful little embellishments. And I think I'm going to use the gold on this. I think that will really make it look festive. So we're going to go ahead and I'm almost out of the big guys. Oh no. And we're going to sprinkle them on like so. And that is card number 2. What do you guys think of that one? Isn't that fun? And easy enough. Really, it's an easy card to throw together. Okay, we have one more card. So let's see here, grab that one. This I thought was a lot of fun. It's a pocket card. Super easy to make. And I hope I did. My cheat sheet is on the back, so we're going to take that off for a minute. So for this card, I've used the card base in Cherry Cobbler. It's such a pretty color, and I have not used Cherry Cobbler in a while. So I cut this piece at 4 1/4 by 11. Then on the long side, I scored it at, I'll go this direction, this will be easier. So I've scored it at 1 3/4 and 5 1/2. Super easy. We go ahead, we fold it, okay? But we're gonna turn it the opposite way. Instead, you'd think, well, a card would open this direction, unless you're Dawn and you make your cards upside down. But we're literally going to do the upside down card because that other fold that we made. Oh, thanks, Kath. I'm glad that you like that one. We're gonna go ahead and fold that 1 3/4 inch score line down. So now you have this. It's gonna make a pocket. Does that make sense? So I need my bone folder here, first of all. This is another thing that I don't talk about it a whole lot, but I tell you what, you guys, a bone folder is a necessity in your craft room. It helps make those nice, crisp folds. All right, let's see here. I have a piece of Designer Series paper that is cut by 4 by 3 1/4. And then I also have another piece that is cut at 4 by 1 1/2. So this piece right here, the 4 by 3 1/4, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use a little bit of seal and stick it to the front of your pocket card. And then we're going to take this 1 1/2 by 4 piece, and we're going to stick it to where this flap is. Right like so. And on this, I wrap my ribbon all the way around. Now you can wrap it underneath, but I don't think it would be as pretty as it showing on the card. So with that being said, what I'm going to do, just to help myself out, I'm going to go ahead and stick that flap down. So now you have something that looks like an upside down card. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to set this aside for a minute. Hopefully I'll remember where I put it, which is right next to me. And I have a couple of other pieces. I have another piece of Cherry Cobbler. This is, I believe, 5 1/4 by 4. Yes, 5 1/4 by 4. And then the basic white is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. So they're going to layer like so. But what I want to do first is some stamping on this white piece. So I'm going to come back to my stamp set and we're going to grab Christmas. And we are also going to grab Mary. So Mary will now get used. Okay, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to stamp Mary first. And we're going to use Cherry Cobbler this time. Goodness sakes, excuse me. Like tickles in my throat. Okay, so here's Mary. Whoops. Help if Mary was right side up. we like that, you know, that helps. So there's Mary. And clean her off. And then attach Christmas. Whoops. Christmas wants to stick to my fingernails. Isn't that a cool font? Like, I love it. It's really cool. Okay, and we're done with the stamping. So really, there's not a lot of stamping on any three of these cards. Alrighty, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach this 3 3/4 by 5 basic white piece to my 4 by 5 1/4 cherry cobbler piece. Just like that. And then I think also what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the, let's see here. I better put these away before they fly away. Practice what I preach, right? Let's take this little foliage piece. I'm going to put him on my block here. And just to make it a little extra pretty, whoops, these darn sleeves on my blouse are getting in my way. They're going to get in the ink pad yet. I just know it. So we're just going to go ahead and shush that up just a little bit. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now we're going to come back to this piece here. And here is our pocket. But it's still loose yet. So we need to take, sorry, I dropped stuff on the floor. Oh, goodness sakes, Dawn. Crazy day. Okay, so I actually already cut a piece. So no, I don't want to do that. We're going to cut a bigger piece. Do you ever talk to yourself? I think we had that conversation last week. Talk to yourself on what you think you're doing in your craft room. And actually, I don't want this. This is supposed to be for a different card because we are gonna wrap this around and attempt to tie a bow live. Are you guys ready? Just gonna go ahead and tie a bow. And hope that this comes out just the way I want it. Yeah, that's not too shabby. And trim the tails. In fact, I might make these little loop-de-doos a little smaller. There we go. And then, of course, he needs a little more of a trim. Okay, and then I took a couple scraps of the shaded spruce and the old olive, and I cut out the foliage. Whoops, there's a couple little chads in there. And we're just gonna stick these on for a little extra decoration. There we go. And I'm going to use liquid glue for this. I'm living on the edge using this stuff. Oh, I hear Pearl. She just joined us. If you hear her tippy tapping. And then I already put too much glue on there. Oh my goodness. Anyway, a few little drops is really very good. Little goes a long way with this stuff. Luckily, it does dry clear. We're going to tuck these up underneath the ribbon. And then we're going to take our pretty little pearls. And I'm going to use gold, but this is my last bigger gold pearl. So we'll just use these little guys. They're pretty and petite. And there we go. There is card number 3. So I'll set these here. So hopefully you guys can see all 3 cards that we've created today. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me today through the mishaps of, it's like the whole screen is just wonky today. I don't like that. I'm a very linear person. Here we go. Okay. There we are. Oh, goodness sakes. Anyway, hopefully next week we will be right back where we need to be with this whole camera thing. Craziness. I don't know. I don't know if it's what it is, if it was Facebook or my phone. Anyway, thanks you guys so much for being here today. I appreciate you taking some time out. Hi, Bernice. Happy Sunday crafternoon. I will be posting these throughout the week, and I will also have them on my blog. So make sure to check that out if you have any questions of the supplies used today. I will be here next week, same time, same place. That will be, I believe, October the 7th at 1 o'clock Eastern time, providing we don't have all the crazy issues that we had today. But thanks again, everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday crafternoon, and make sure to make something pretty and get a little inky. Bye-bye.